Have you ever stopped to realize that your mind is the single most powerful tool you will ever own? Think about it. Everything you are right now and everything you will ever become starts in one place: your mind. The difference between people who succeed and people who stay stuck isn't luck, it isn't talent, it isn't even resources. It's the way they master their mind. And here's the truth: you are not a prisoner of your thoughts. You are what you choose to become. Most people live life on autopilot. They think thoughts that were given to them by society, by their environment, even by their fears. But the reality is this: your mind is like a garden. If you don't plant the seeds you want, weeds will grow on their own. And mastering your mind means learning to choose what kind of seeds you plant: thoughts of strength, of courage, of possibility, instead of thoughts of limitation and doubt. Here's something to reflect on: your outer world is simply a reflection of your inner world. If you constantly think, "I'm not good enough, I can't do this, I'm not lucky," then your life will reflect exactly that. But if you begin to choose thoughts like, "I can improve, I can create, I am capable," then opportunities begin to open because you've shifted the way you see yourself. The moment you change your inner dialogue, you begin to change your entire reality. But let's get practical. How do you actually master your mind? The first step is awareness. Most of us don't even notice the thoughts we're thinking. Thoughts come and go, and we let them run wild. But when you pause and observe your thoughts, you start to realize, wait, this is just a thought, not a fact. That's powerful, because it means you don't have to believe every thought that enters your head. The second step is direction. Once you catch yourself thinking something negative, you can redirect it. For example, instead of thinking, "I'll never be successful," you can redirect it to, "I am learning every day, and success is getting closer." This isn't about lying to yourself. It's about choosing a perspective that empowers you instead of one that weakens you. Science backs this up too. Neuroscience shows that your brain creates pathways, called neural connections, based on repeated thoughts. Every time you think a thought, it's like carving a path in the forest. The more you repeat it, the deeper that path becomes. So if you constantly repeat empowering thoughts, your brain literally rewires itself to make those beliefs natural for you. That's why affirmations, visualization, and positive self-talk are so effective. You're not just hoping, you're training your brain. Now let's talk about the phrase, "I am what I choose to become." Notice the power of that statement. It doesn't say, "I am what my past says I am," or "I am what my circumstances say I am." It says, "I am what I choose." Choice is the ultimate freedom. No matter where you started, no matter what has happened before, you have the power to choose differently now. Every decision you make, every thought you focus on, is shaping the person you're becoming. Think about some of the greatest individuals in history: leaders, inventors, artists, athletes. Many of them started with nothing. They faced failure after failure. But what set them apart was that they chose to see themselves not as victims, but as creators of their destiny. They mastered their minds first, and then the rest followed. Here's a simple practice you can try daily. Each morning, before you begin your day, tell yourself, "Today, I choose who I am." Write it down if you can. Then decide, "I am confident. I am disciplined. I am growing. I am unstoppable." Repeat it, feel it, and let your mind carry that energy into the day. You'll notice that your actions start to align with the identity you've chosen. Another key aspect of mastering your mind is learning to separate discomfort from danger. So often, our minds stop us from growing because they confuse discomfort with actual threat. For example, speaking in public feels uncomfortable, so your mind says, "Don't do it, it's dangerous." But it's not dangerous, it's just new. Mastering your mind means training yourself to lean into discomfort because that's where growth happens. Now let's talk about focus. Whatever you focus on expands. If you focus on problems, you see more problems. If you focus on possibilities, you start to see solutions. Your focus is like a magnifying glass. It makes whatever you look at bigger. Mastering your mind means choosing where to place that magnifying glass. One of the best ways to train your focus is meditation. Meditation isn't about sitting still and doing nothing, it's about training your mind to stop being dragged around by random thoughts. Even just 5 minutes a day of sitting quietly, breathing deeply, and observing your thoughts without judgment can sharpen your awareness and give you greater control over your mental state. And remember this, your mind is a servant, not a master. Left uncontrolled, it will replay fears, doubts, and insecurities. But when you master it, you use it as a tool to build the life you want. That's why discipline and consistency are so important. Your mind becomes what you repeatedly feed it. If you feed it negativity through gossip, fear-based news, or constant complaining, it will produce more negativity. But if you feed it books, ideas, affirmations, and empowering conversations, it will produce strength. The journey of mastering your mind isn't a one-day thing. It's a lifelong practice. But every day you practice, you build stronger mental muscles. Just like going to the gym, at first it feels hard, but over time, it becomes who you are. So as you move forward, remember this truth: you are not defined by your past, your mistakes, or your circumstances. You are defined by what you choose to become. And every choice begins in your mind. Choose courage over fear. Choose faith over doubt. Choose growth over comfort. And soon you will see that your life begins to transform in ways you once thought were impossible. Because at the end of the day, mastering your mind isn't just about thinking positively, it's about reclaiming your power. It's about declaring, I am what I choose to become. And when you live from that place, you stop waiting for change, you become the change.